Good morning and welcome to Purpose Chat. I'm your host, Dr. Emmanuel Nyador, and I want to tell you that there are moments in life where we sit at the feet of experience, not just success, not just popularity, but those of death, forged through decades of leading, teaching, counseling, writing, and serving humanity. And this is one of those moments. This morning, our guest has spent decades shaping minds as an educationist, guiding souls as a preacher, preserving knowledge as an author, and guiding others in their walks of life. For the youth, this is perspective. For leaders, this is refinement. For families, this is counsel. And for all of us watching, this is a moment to tap into purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome our guest this morning. He's an educationist, he's a counselor, he's a family man, and indeed, he's an author. Let's welcome Reverend Emmanuel Nyador. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very, very much.
All right. So, as I've already introduced him, he's an educationist, he's a family man. And for all of you who don't know, he's my father, he's my mentor, and he has guided me to this stage. Please, I want us to have a conversation this morning about his life in general, how he discovered his purpose, his calling, and how he has impacted many lives in his few years on earth. Please, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Thank you very, very much. Before I answer your question,
Yes.
allow me to make a declaration.
All right.
Since 2009, when I left the classroom, I decided not to promote anybody's culture.
Okay.
The English language is somebody's culture. So I decided not to use it again. But as it is now, I'll force.
Okay.
However, when it comes necessary, I'll put in some Ghanaian English. I come, I go. So the question is,
can you tell us briefly about your miraculous birth?
of course, it was told that my mother got pregnant, and then when the time was due, she decided to go and watch some things at a stream called Achakble. And when she was going, she felt labor. So it was told that she gave birth of me, put me into the pan that she was going to wash in, and then brought me home before they attended to my umbilical cord and other things.
Wow.
In those days, education was not very popular over there. So my actual date of birth is not known up to this time. However, I know my father was the late famous Elder Jacob Kobla Emmanuel Nyador.
Okay.
And then my mother was the famous Dickness Teresa Ama Agala Nyador.
Okay.
All from Agava Akplane. When I went to school in 1960, one educationist person in the town known as the late Noah Amavo gave my date of birth as 28th January 1944.
Okay.
But some years later, when I checked the 28th January, it didn't fall on Saturday. However, I'm a Saturday born. My parents know that I was born Saturday.
Okay.
He was the only eye of the town. So when I went to class 1, 2, it was the same thing. When I received my first baptismal on in 1962, they used the 1944. But there came a time the date was changed to 1949. The reason I can't tell well. So in all my books now is 1949. Biologically, 1944.
1944. Wonderful. So your mom was going to fetch water, or actually wash some things, and then she gave birth to you. That's an interesting. She must be a strong woman.
Of course.
Great. So can you tell us a bit about your growing up as a child?
Okay. The early stages, you know that they were farmers.
Okay.
So I did accompany them to farm. But at the age of 10, 11 thereof, a family man came for me and took me to Silvifurium. I don't know if it is Brown Half original or Ashanti.
Okay.
So I helped in cocoa farming for some 3, 4, 5 years. When my younger brother, who is now also a pastor, Emmanuel Nyador, was going to school, that my mother forced and they brought me back. So by then I was 16 years of age. Then I went to class 1. It was a very terrible situation because people started laughing at me that I was too old to go to school. However, I didn't mind them. I continued the schooling.
Okay.
And then in 1970, I completed at the age of 26.
Whoa, interesting. Okay, so until your younger brother was going to school, you were a cocoa farmer.
Of course.
Helping your relative
plantation.
as a farm hand. That's interesting. And then now you are 16 years starting school with younger people.
Surely.
And they mocked you. They might have said a lot of things.
They ridiculed me.
To discourage you. How did you overcome this challenge of ridicule, mockery?
Okay. When I traveled, I saw many things, buildings and other things. So I knew that education is very good.
Okay.
So though they were mocking, they were ridiculing, they were saying all sort of things about me, I said, no, I have to go to school. I have to do it with determination. And then luckily too, I was academically good.
Okay.
Not to praise myself that I was above average, but very good. So for that matter, they lowered their distance because I was one of the brilliant children in the school. We were 4.
Okay.
Yaka Lucy, Yaka Aboshi, Nyador Emmanuel, myself, and Nyador Eric, the 4 of us. So if you play with us, we bully you. And even I was the class captain.
Okay.
Class senior by then. So you have to be very careful how you handle me.
I see. So here's a young man of 16 years starting school among younger ones. He was bullied, he was ridiculed, but he said with determination, he overcame these challenges. And God being so good, he was brilliant. And he's so brilliant for him to be able to remember the names of some of the people in his class and even events that happened all these years. I think the brilliance is still there, and that has been a gift from God. So wherever you are watching us, remember that it is not too late to start something that the Lord is guiding you to start. Now, you were able to overcome that initial challenge of ridicule. Were there some other challenges you faced as you continued your studies, even though you were brilliant, maybe some stories that you can remember, some events that actually might have discouraged you as you continued your studies?
Okay, by all means, if you are journeying, you meet mountains, valleys, and other things. So it wasn't easy. My father was a famous palm wine tapper
Okay.
in a distiller of Akpeteshi.
Okay.
So they obtained permission for me. Early dawn, I'll go and help him in the palm wine tapping before I came. So coming to school, always late.
Whoa.
And then around 3 o'clock, I have to go, leave school, and go and help. And that annoyed some of the seniors, of course, because I've not been helping in the manual works in the school. So I encountered something one day. We went to Wednesday worship, Presbyterian school. So after the worship, we were coming out when the seat on which I was sitting made a strange noise. I was confused, but I don't know. Then the boy sitting beside me, known as Dwara, shouted that Nyador has fluctuated, giving CO2. I shouted on him to stop that foolish listening. Because I was older than him, when he saw that I was angry, he kept quiet. But the moment we left out of the chapel, it became a song. A chorus for all the people. Nyador Puipi, Nyador Tuti, Nyador CO2. Oh, that day it was wonderful. I didn't know how I managed to go home. And because of that, I decided not to go to the school anymore. Unfortunately, too, we were in Agbaja drumming group, 4 villages, Tove, Uve, Akloti, and Akplane. And I was one of the chief architects in the drumming group. So they all heard of the Tui matter. So anywhere you pass, you hear of the Tui on the pulpit. Luckily, one lady teacher called her Comfort Kubwafo, and one Mr. What's the name? Ntako. They came to my parents, they called me, they counseled me, and they advised me to come to school. So we came and they told all the pupils that anybody that will talk about Nyador Twiti will be in problem. So that saved me.
Great.
And I continued and completed the school.
Interesting. So here is a young man who has been falsely accused of farting, and it became a song that nearly buried his career as an educationist, nearly stopped him from continuing his education. And interestingly, he mentioned something that it took the intervention of some counselors, his teachers, to help him come back to school. So it means everybody needs a counselor, everybody needs a mentor, everybody needs somebody that can elevate or salvage them when they are in trouble. And remember, he was still a class captain. He was still a class captain at this time.
Yes.
And these issues were going on. And remember, he has to wake up early in the morning, go and help tap palm wine. Before coming to school, he comes to school late. Then he has to leave earlier to go and help in distilling the palm wine and all those stuff. It must be a challenging time as a student. Interesting. And then you overcame that other challenge. Now, you came back to school, you continued your studies, you ended. What happened after?
Okay. Because of that particular event or accident, I've written a book.
Okay.
That there are some people in prison who didn't do anything.
Okay.
So imprisonment, we have psychological imprisonment, poverty imprisonment before the actual imprisonment. Because Dora nearly put me into psychological imprisonment,
Yes.
which nearly cost my life.
Yes.
So there are some people too, out of no fault, they are in prison. Only they didn't get anybody to counsel them or to intervene or to
advocate for their release or stuff like that. Okay.
To stand in for them.
Yeah.
So they are forced into prison without doing any wrong thing. So when we are informed for those days, you have to write common entrance before you go to secondary school. So we took part in the common entrance, myself and my younger brother. And then I alone also wrote entrance to go to the training college.
Okay.
Luckily, the results came and my brother was called to Kwando Technical Institute, and I was also called to come to Accra Academy. My parents were happy, and the whole town, the whole Akplane town, was happy that two of their children are going to or were going to school. So my parents started the arrangements. Then all of a sudden, my training college result also came that I should come to Jessica. Then Mr. Kuholu came to advise my parents that they should allow my younger brother to go. Then after that, I also go to the training college at Jessica. So we shifted all the attention to my brother. They bought everything, and then
he left.
He left for Jessica. Before he left for Kwando, before they came back to look for my going to this thing. Unfortunately, before we reached Jessica, they said they finished with admission. All attempts to do anything failed. It wasn't this early, late days that you can give bribe. Those days, no bribe.
No bribe.
So I couldn't go to the training college. However, they decided to appoint me as a pupil teacher. So I was sent to Jepetato Primary School. I was the only teacher from class 1 to 6.
Whoa.
So pupil teacher, head teacher. So I was there for 2 years before I was transferred to New Agava Primary School at Gojeputa.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So the two admissions came at the same time, your younger brother and yourself, and then your parents were advised to send him rather, so that you will stay behind.
I will stay behind so that when they finish with him, then they come back to me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, before they could come back to me, they finished with admissions.
So you became a people teacher, and you started teaching as a headmaster
A head teacher.
Interesting. You were teaching from class 1
to 6.
Wow. Then the problem has not started today. It has been there since.
Of course.
We still have schools that have no teachers and only one volunteer trying to manage all the classes. Interesting. So if you're listening to me, I'm speaking to Reverend Emmanuel Nyador. He's an educationist, a counselor, a preacher. He's pastored for many years. We'll come to that as time goes on. And he's a family man. He's an author as well. So if you are listening to us, just know that this is our guest on the Purpose Chat this morning, wherever you're listening to us. Now, you started, what are some challenges you faced apart from being the only people teacher and a people head for the school? What were some challenges you faced teaching?
Thank you. In those days, teachers were highly respected. So when the news came that I was posted to the potato, my parents were happy. So the first day that I went to the school, everybody was happy that a teacher has come. That was after the 1963 floods. So even the school building collapsed. So we were sent into Mr. Tika's room in the town. And there was one woman from Akbalane who married to one Mr. Tika over there.
Okay.
She was very happy. That day, she prepared a meal for me and I ate it. When I came home, I narrated all these things to my parents. They were very happy. Unfortunately, we were there when a messenger came that the wife of Mr. Anyomo, the husband of Mr. Anyomo, said when I came there, I had an affair with the woman. Hey, wonderful, surprising. How could that happen? However, my parents went. We went together to the man, and then the son of the man, one Mr. Akoto, who was a pupil in the school, told her father that he was there when I ate the food, but the father could not listen to him. So we had to pay some fine. He said he was going to pacify his gods. So we paid all those things. And still, I've been wondering why the man died immediately after that incident. I didn't commit that crime, but he decided to spoil my name all over. However, I continued until I was transferred to Gojeputa. And when I came to Gojeputa too, because I was popular in the Batato, the area that they heard of me, and then they decided bringing their wars to the school. So very soon, the population in Gojeputa increased, and they started praising me. So the praisings have come to overshadow my Pui case.
Yes.
So I became popular at Gojeputa, but the troubles are not yet ended. One day I went to school in the afternoon. Then I was told somebody had come to defecate under my teacher's table. And the children were running away from
the physics.
However, the teachers also advised me not to get near, but by that time, I was not alone. I had some jujus. I was backed by some powerful merchants,
charms, and everything you can think about.
And even Anajaba and Atigari. Yeah. And my father also had a say in other things. So I did some things and then I collected this thing, the feces, and threw it away. My brother, before I reached home, things were running in me like a running river. So my juju master, Mr. Potonku, I went to him, and after consulting his divinities and other things, I was told that they've jujued me. From that day, we tried all means to have me cured, but it was impossible. We went to several places. I could remember Samra Boy, Japan, Sopakofa, Ofuansi, and other places. Even there was a time they put me into herbs. So I stayed in the bush. I will be there evening, they will come and bath me before they will ask me to walk through the farms and come home, because they said if I was smeared with the black powder and I passed through the distance, the crops will die. But that also taught me one thing, because there was a pawpaw tree over there. When I was hungry, I will pluck the pawpaw and eat. But as I'm talking on the pawpaw tree, it's still over there.
Over there. So let me ask. Your popularity has overshadowed all the mishaps that happened in the past. Somebody got jealous,
of course,
charmed you or bewitched you.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the nature of this sickness that you had?
In fact, things were running in my blood, paining me all over.
Okay.
So they said it's tukpe. And some people said it's dadu kojo. And to prove it, they started picking some items from my body. Broken bottles, nails, and other things from my body. But still, the sickness was not going. Okay. So I stayed under the pain for over 3 years. And then one day, my mother said they should allow one pastor to come and pray for me.
Okay. Before the pastor comes in, you had your own backings.
Of course.
Spiritually.
Of course.
So this was pre-Christian.
Yeah, pre-Christian.
This was before you got converted. So you had a Atigeri. Your father was also having his own charms.
Yes.
Protecting you, supporting you. Then somebody else's charm overpowered yours.
Surely.
Zauze. So this is interesting. It's getting interesting. We're having a conversation with an educationist, a pastor, a counselor, and an author, and he's Reverend Emmanuel Nyador, and he's telling us his story before conversion. And there are a lot of things we can learn from this. He had all the charms, he has all the protection spiritually, but even in spiritual terms, there are spirits that surpass spirits. And here, before he became a Christian, he had to consult gods, visit shrines, and even the fact that the sickness they believed, the medicine he was using, if he walked through the farms, he could kill the crops. So he had to stay in the bush for many days and weeks before even coming home. But by the grace of God, he's introducing a new phase into the story. There's a pastor coming in, so I believe that something new or something interesting is about to happen.